Welcome, welcome, and welcome to a new DJ Wilson STEM class video. Now, this particular video is on showing you how to do the second part of the careers assignment for. So, what I'm going to want you to do is obviously we want to still do this on the same document that we've been working on before. So, where you did part one, job title, right? The career that you're interested in, the job description. Again, that has to be in your own words. Why do you want the job? Now, why do I want this job, right? And then the skills and qualifications that the job says that you need. Now, part number two, now we're going to start getting into the money. Money, 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 money. Money. All right, anyway. So for part number two, what we're going to do is we're going to now start searching up, the various states that we might want to consider living in when we get older. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to explore the salary for that particular career and those states. We're going to look at the yearly salary. And the reason for that is it kind of will help you look at your expectations for the career, and if that's going to actually be a viable career for you and the lifestyle that you want to lead. Okay. And then after you do that, then you're going to do this essential question, which is based on your knowledge and research. Yes, you're going to have to use previous knowledge, and you're also going to have to look up stuff, right? So based upon your knowledge and research, why do you think the average salaries are what they are for the various states that you selected? Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to Microsoft Excel, and I'm going to show you how to set this up. It doesn't really matter what cells you use as long as they're all together. So I'm going to do state and salary. Okay. State and salary. So now I'm going to pick the 5 states that I would consider living in. And hey, I'm just going to throw it out there. All right. So let's just say Delaware, Texas. We'll also look at California. Let's see, Virginia, and let's say, what do you think the 5th state should be? Exactly, I agree with you. Pennsylvania. Not just jokes. Whatever you want. It's your options. Now I was going to say Hawaii, but let's say Pennsylvania. All right. My daughter would probably say Oregon or Massachusetts. All right. So now what we're going to do is now we're going to find what Indeed looks at as far as those salaries. Now, again, those of you who are not in my class, obviously this doesn't really apply to you. You can use whatever job search site that you want to use. We would normally use like the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but I find that might be a little more in depth than I want it to be for my amazing kids. All right, but anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Indeed.com, and so let's go to Indeed. All right, so I already pulled up the website, and it's right here. Okay, let's close that. And then in the what area, you're going to type the job that you're interested in or the career type that you're interested in. So, and again, you want to be specific, but not so specific. Okay, so I wouldn't just do engineer. You could do chemical engineer, civil engineer, some geographic engineer, or you could do animator. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, so let's do animator. Okay. And then in the what section, well, let's look on my picture. In the what section, you're going to put those states that you are interested in. So I'm going to put Delaware, and then do a search. All right. So it's telling me that an animator in Delaware, the average salary is $56.02 per hour. Okay, so actually, if you want, you can look per hour or you can do per year. Okay, so it doesn't really give us a yearly salary. All right. And also, if you want, you can click on like the question mark, and it'll give you some more information about what this whole base salary is. Okay. All right. So if it only gives you a per hour salary, here's what you're going to do. All right. And I'm going to show you this in Excel. But you're going to take that hourly salary, and you're going to multiply it by 2080. Now, you might say, Mr. Wilson, Mr. J. Well, right? So why is it that you're multiplying that by 2080? Well, we're taking that under the assumption that the average full-time employee works 40 hours a week. There's 52 weeks in a year, right? 52 times 40 gives you that 2080. Okay? So then what we'll do is equals so this times this. Right. And that gives us our salary for Delaware. So I'm going to copy this there. Oh, wait, okay, all right. It does it. I need to paste it as a value. All right, so copy and let's paste the value. Okay. Happy Excel? Yes, I'm glad you are. One of the other things I'd like y'all to do is when you format these, format them as dollars, okay, because they're dollars and cents, all right? So now my next state is going to be Texas, okay? So let's take a look at the salary of an animator in Texas. All right. So we're going to do this for each one of the salaries. All right, so 39,657. All right, that seems like a pretty big variance from Texas to Delaware. Not really sure why, but hey, that's part of our research. And all right, so that was 39,657. Right. And it also could be that animator position, because what Indeed does is it looks at like specific positions that were offered in the last so it said right here 53 salaries reported, and it was updated December 17th. So if we go back and look at Delaware, it says 6 salaries reported. Okay, so you have 53 versus 6 salaries. So again, remember, right? Supply and demand, y'all. Supply and demand, which could be a big reason why this salary is what it is. All right, so let's look at that next state. So California knows all about it. All right. So yeah. All right. 67 to 28 and 100 salaries. All right, and let's do Virginia. $33,441. And then the last one is Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, 39,521. All right. 21. All right, so what that's telling me is more than likely, right, this one for Delaware, that's probably the outlier, right? That's probably not as accurate as all of these others, okay? But again, in your research, right, you're going to discover those types of things. Okay, those outliers that for whatever reason may not be completely accurate, and that's going to be your call on that as far as for the project is concerned. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a chart based on this information. So to create in a chart, and again, y'all can do this in Google Sheets, or you can do this in Microsoft Excel. So what you're going to do is highlight, click on the Insert tab, and you're going to choose a chart. You can choose all charts. The charts that I kind of like are the 2D column charts for this particular assignment. Okay, and so then I just click on OK. Pow, there's my chart. And then what you're going to do is you're going to copy this chart into that original document that we were working on. Okay, and then now we're going to get our research and our research thinking into this particular project, because now what you're going to do is actually, let me come back here. You want to go back into your original careers assignment, right? The original one that we were working on all class long. Now what you're going to do is you're going to answer this in question in red, because again, you posted the chart. Now you're going to answer this question in red based upon your knowledge and research. Why do you think the average salaries are what they are for the various states you selected, right? So you're going to look at those salaries for the states, and you're going to use that amazing, wonderful brain that you have, and you're going to think about, well, what are some things that I learned about these various states? Where are they located? How many people live in that state? Okay. Sometimes the more people that live in a state, right? The more competition, the more jobs, more people that they need to hire for the jobs, more salaries, right? But there can also be some things such as we know that California has a lot of movie theaters there and movie production sites, that is, right? So they have to probably pay a little bit more for those because of the demand, right? Same thing with Florida for that animator position. All right. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to then need to start using that brain to say, okay, well, why would an animator get paid a certain amount, based upon these particular states? Why is that? And then, but again, if your job is chemical engineer, civil engineer, you're going to need to base your decisions based upon that specific career with those specific states. Okay. I hope that answers any questions. And again, one of the best ways to get answers to some of these questions, obviously when you Google them, right? One of the best ways to get answers is to ask Google a very specific question. Why do, or how does? All right. So with that, I hope this is a great representation on how you will complete part number 2 of the careers project. And again, hashtag go build something cool, do something fun. All right. Thanks for watching.